So what we need to do with our mining industry, we need to start focusing at the artisanal miners, the small scale miners, formalize them and also empower them with inputs, talking about things like grinders, the sensors that they use to find gold, and organize them into proper working units and have banks, a mining bank that are part of a branch in a bank or part of a bank that's going to focus on mining and on miners across the country, develop them through skills development, safety teachings, and also how to manage the environment where they mine. So I'm talking about a comprehensive approach in dealing with our artisanal miners. So I am thinking of having a national bank that is that they are going to be part of. So this national bank is going to have a lot of branches or different units, as I will explain as we go on. So this part of this national bank will have to get our artisanal miners open banks accounts whereby when they sell their gold to the reserve bank, money is deposited directly to their bank accounts, to their cards, so they can use their cards, they can use their cell phone for payment. We need to sophisticate our payment options so that our miners do not have to be carrying real money in the bushes, but they'll just have to focus on working and getting money through technologies. So this banking system that will open bank accounts for these miners, and it links them to the mining experts that will want to be working for the banks. Will make sure that all of those things that I spoke about are improved, like taking care of the environment, uh, tooling, properly tooling our artisanal miners, registering them so that they can also be part of taxation, so that they can pay taxes, and we are able to account for the gold that is mined in the country. We can replicate the same thing in other minerals as well, lithium, palladium, or whatever it is that people mine. So this is the artisanal aspect of it. Then you go on further to the medium mineral mining houses also that will need financing. So this banking structure, this bank structure that focuses on mining, will also focus also on these medium mining houses and also your large scale mining houses. So you need to install order in the mining industry. We need to know what is mined, how much is mined, and the reserve bank needs to play a central role in in uh, and being the police of the industry. And perhaps we need another agency, another government agency as well, that will be focused on that to bring order there so that we can have, we can grow our foreign currency reserves. And in that way, we can print local paper through a local paper that is backed by the proceeds that come from the mining industry. And I do not see a way in which we can, our USM dollar can lose precipitously through that if we do it that way. As long as what the Reserve Bank has, nobody touches. It's a no-go area. There's no chef, nobody connected who has got the right to go to the Reserve Bank and take foreign currency or take our gold reserves just using a gun because they're the military. I will deal with you when I'm president. It's not going to happen. As I was saying, that we need to establish a bank, a national bank. Part of it will be dealing with the mining industry. In order to bring success to the mining industry, you need to support the small scale miners. You need to support the small scale miners through a banking system that will open physical branches in the small towns and villages where mining is done, or in the growth points there, where miners can go and 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 borrow money from the bank to buy mining inputs, and banks need to be equipped with mining experts who are also experts in finance, so that they will be able to create this comprehensive strategy of financing our artisanal mining. So we have to get the mining licensing right, and also enforce the rights of the miners. Not have this thing, but my chef, they just come and take your mining license and take away your mine just because they're connected to those that are in power, or Poroshenko and Vladimir Putin come and take a good gold mine so that they want to fund their illegal war in Ukraine. So now the mines are for Zimbabweans, meant for Zimbabweans, to save the interests of the Zimbabweans. And the interest of the Zimbabweans is the rest of the people, not just the few that are connected to the president and his family. So when we get that right, you will see that development can occur within our mining industry. Uh, So our miners need to be registered. They need to be trained by these banking, mining experts, and the various other experts, environmental experts. So there's some kind of certifications that we need to offer our miners, and it will help a long way in grading them, or some kind of credit or point system that will be part of this integrated approach of financing, education, sophisticating, developing our mining industries and our miners to increase the mining output, and increase the government revenues because of that. And also, if we get this right, our government revenues will increase. And also, I'm looking at the government also participating in the mining industry with state-owned mining companies that will be will make profit. And why do I say so? It's because we need to raise money to rehabilitate our infrastructure in the country. We need to build roads, we need to build new schools, equip hospitals, and also other service sector related uh, opportunities. So, hence, I do believe that the government also needs to own a lot of these resource extraction companies, together with other Zimbabweans owning the rest of the mining assets. So that is as far as the mining industry is concerned. Then we go to the agricultural sector. You do something that is similar as well. Agricultural inputs, education, technology, banking, and finance, all integrated under this national banking system, which is in-housed with experts in agriculture, and have this comprehensive approach of knowing who is farming, why they are farming, educating them and equipping them with the right technologies, linking them with global best practices in agriculture, getting involved in the marketing of agricultural produce, talking about the government facilitating the supply chain, the agricultural supply chain, from production, financing production, all the way to warehousing, to the grain silos, to international marketing, signing deals with Europe, with the United States, and other countries that may need our produce, or trying to figure out what is needed out there, and getting our agricultural industry to produce what has to be produced. Tobacco, agriculture, the works. So you see that the key there is the banking system. that will be able to facilitate for that. So now we are talking about the mining industry and the agricultural industry. So these are the plans that I have for the country when I take over. So you will see the key importance there. Or another thing that is very important there is to remove the current government because it has got no capacity to do what I am saying because they are in government to siphon as much resources as they can from the mining industry. They want to own all the agricultural land which they do not, I mean, which is not productive. So yeah, so who's gonna remove the government? Only Jehovah can. Only Jehovah. As you can see, these mining sector and agricultural sector reforms can only happen under a new government, not this autocratic regime which kills people who speaks truth to power or who want these kind of changes or who mess around with their mining industry, wealth accumulation, stealing for the rest of the Zimbabweans. Now you are gonna ask me a question: how are we gonna remove them? Who's gonna remove them? Well, don't worry about that. God told me that Him, the Lord, will remove them. How God is gonna remove them, I do not know, but He said He's gonna remove them. So let us trust that and walk with faith. So repair is coming to an end. Don't worry about that. The Lord has got our backs. Amen.